The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
Now, what I was going to say about the strippers myth is, they always say it's
I
stripping
was
just to
bad.
pay for your college.
Oh no,
No.
I had a lot.
Well, what do you think led you into that?
Well, because I saw my ex baby daddy car at this building, and it had lights around it. I was going down the road taking somebody home.
Mm-hmm.
This was in Charlotte, and then I dropped her off and came back and walked up to the door. I heard music, and then I was looking. I saw all the money around the girl's thighs, and I said, "Can you tell such and such to come to the door, please?"
Mm-hmm.
And they called his name. He came out and he walked
He got
past me.
paged inside the strip club.
From the DJ.
That's funny.
Look,
Your
and
mama outside.
right, and he walked right past me.
Really?
Yeah, and he got home before I did and left.
When you say
So-
walk past me, he didn't notice, saw that you were standing
Yeah,
there.
he still
Wow.
walked past me.
Okay.
But by the time I
Maybe
got
I
home,
don't say anything, she won't
he
see
had
it, no.
already packed up everything and left. So it took me 2 weeks, and I went
Oh,
back.
that's funny.
Yeah.
He already knew.
Right, so
Yeah.
he opened that Pandora box.
Okay.
And I said I was only going to do it for a year because by him being gone, he paid all the bills.
Gotcha.
So I never did have to pay bills for none of that. But after I went back for those 2 weeks, I started dancing.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
is this story in the first book?
Everything in the book.
Man,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
you're right, G. That'll make a great movie.
That's a great movie.
And I only
yeah.
wanted to dance for 1 year, but it turned out 13
Now, when you hit
years.
putting the X's on the calendar like this,
Yeah.
200 more days, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be done.
So you started
And
acquiring
that's
new
not what
stuff.
I really wanted to do, but at that moment in time, I did.
It was like that, doing what you had
Yeah,
to do.
yeah.
Because you start acquiring
And
new
that's
stuff,
why
and it starts to grow.
Right, and you know when that movie came out, The Players Club, I really felt like they took my movie because I had been working at a Players Club,
Okay.
and I saw my whole movie.
Play out.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, and looking at that.
And that was the name of the club, the Players Club.
Really?
On Statesford Avenue in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Q Vision owe you some money.
yeah.
Right. And that's why you don't wait to do your dreams.
You
because
got to do it. Yeah.
other people doing almost the same thing, and you have to
Absolutely.
get you out.
Wow. Now, what you had been Lisa Ray's character, is that really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I walked in the script club, a preacher's daughter. I didn't know anything about that world. The only thing I knew was, going to church and staying home, raising your kids, being a wife, stuff like that.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And so, but that night, after that night when you left, you went home to get your kids because you all were going out of town.
Yeah.
And that's when it occurred. The accident occurred.
yes.
And so obviously that was the end of
Right.
that. Okay.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I dip and dab a little bit, but it wasn't my life anymore. And then I was older because I had my accident when I was 39.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. I would have not known this story. You never know people's story. You never
No,
know
you
what people
don't.
have gone through.
Yeah.
Because you don't look like what you know how they say you don't look like what you've been through.
I'm glad I don't.
They got a scratch on you.
Yeah.
But you see the pictures, there's really something terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I have a new book coming out called I Want to Be a Model Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that will share some of the story of why I wanted to be a model. Everyone needs to be their own kind of beautiful.
Amen.
No
Yeah.
matter how you look.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so where are you now post accident? This was 2003. What's that now? Do the quick math. Carry the one. I don't know. What are you in? 2021?
Yeah.
How many years is that later?
I think like 18.
Is that 18 years?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
3 plus, I can't even do that. 17, 18. Yeah, 18 years later. Are you able to recall much of the past, or is it still kind of sketchy?
Sometimes I have flashbacks.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like I don't belong here. Sometimes I feel like I really don't know who I am.
And when you say don't belong here, meaning like a survivor's remorse type of?
in this world.
In this world,
period.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Wow.
I belong somewhere else. It just looked different. It looks funny. People seem kind of creepy to me. It's just a weird feeling that I go through. I shut down and, but it's not a lot. But when I do feel it, it's like, you know, I could be looking outside and everything that just looks slow motion to me and just don't feel like I belong here.
Right.
Yeah. And then I have that moment like, who am I? You know, because just a part of me feel like it wants to come out and be that other person I think I really am, but it won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay. You ever had like a itch in your throat and you want to cough, but you can't?
But it can't, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It's kind of like, I can't grasp what it is. Like, who am I? Like, am I tugging with who I used to be, or am I tugging with who I am now? Why do I feel stuck? Like I can't, you know, master what I really want to do or feel. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm accepting who I am now from the car accident, which I'm recently just doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think the fact that you are, like you said, one, accepting where you are.
Yeah.
And then two, because you're recognizing that
Right.
there's this tug of, I guess, war between maybe the old you versus the new you, or am I living the life that I'm supposed to be living?
Right.
But, you know, we talked about this, and we talk about this, you know, often here. We always talk about therapy.
Yeah.
Going to therapy, and you know, I know in the Black community there's a stigma on it, but it's starting to really lift more.
Right.
People are really starting to talk about, listen, man, go sit down and talk to someone.
Yeah.
And
and that I am.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah, next week I'm getting back in touch with traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
I'm going back because I am feeling some things now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm beginning to be a little more quieter.
Okay.
Like a lot, not a little bit, but a lot. And I'm just like really thinking. And I get those moments where I'm feeling like, who am I? And I want to make sure that, you know, I'm okay, or is the, you know, tissue from the brain injury or,
Is
you
it
know,
like completely
changing.
healed? Yeah.
Is it changing because I'm getting older and maybe, you know, stuff settling to the point where I will be a little different as I get older.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going hard on everything I'm doing. You know, it's my life now.
Yeah.
I'm good, though.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I love
I'm
being-
glad, because you mentioned that sometimes you don't want to go out, and then I asked you,
I
did you
really
suffer
don't.
from...
I probably come out maybe 5 times out of a month.
Okay.
I don't go anywhere every day. I'm an introvert. I stay in. And I guess part of that is because of the car accident. And then sometime I be feeling, you know, well, I don't want to get in no more car accident. I know God got me covered, or I don't want nothing bad to happen to me, or this, and that. You know, people get killed just walking and just sitting in their car. So, you know, I'm just staying protected, you know, and
now,
working on my
do you
dreams.
drive? Or
Sometimes.
does that bother you to get behind the wheel?
No.
No? Okay.
Just other people driving.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I trust my own driving.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, I would definitely encourage that, you know, you and your daughter to
Yeah.
sit down and talk about it.
Right.
One, sit down with a counselor, and then
Yeah.
probably individually, because it sounds like it's something she's kind of wrestling with too.
Maybe. Yeah.
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 Because I know for me growing up, it wasn't until I moved here in '04 that I felt like I was finally free enough to kind of tell my mother what I was feeling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to get away. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm from D.C.
Right.
So like I had to move away in order to feel like I can say it. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
got that too with
You know,
mine. You know,
yeah.
I'm grown now, but you know, hey, listen now, okay.
Still put some respect on her name.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, So yeah, definitely. Well, I'm glad to hear that you are,
Yeah.
you know, going to go back and start
Right.
sitting down again.